Hong Kong pro-democracy lawmaker Claudia Mo joins us now. Claudia, thank you for joining us. What is your reaction to the convictions and what message do they send?
Well, this is clearly political prosecution and persecution. Just like any autocratic regime, they're using judicial means as political weapon to shut down dissent. They want to shut down Hong Kong as what we're being known as a city of protests. They're trying to send this chilling effect around the entire society that, watch out, if you are an activist, you do behave or else. Now, they are trying to make Hong Kong disappear from the map.
China's foreign ministry has responded. A spokesperson said it firmly supports the convictions, adding this, quote, I also want to remind people from other countries who are holding one-sided understanding that the verdict was indicative of shrinking freedoms in Hong Kong, which were illogical and baseless. Claudia, what do you make of that?
That's a load of crap. I mean, what they're trying to do is so obvious. This is political retribution. The umbrella movement certainly made China look rather bad 4 years ago. And they need somebody to pay back, and they're trying to make this a huge political lesson for Hong Kong, especially our young. Now, included in the 9 defendants are 2 existing legislators. Now, previously, Beijing and Hong Kong governments together have successfully ousted 6 of our democratic legislators. Now they're likely to get rid of 2 more. How about that? We're already very outnumbered at the local legislature.
After today's convictions, again, these 9 activists found guilty 5 years after the 2014 umbrella movement protests. The sentencing will come out either tomorrow or even later. In terms of sentencing, what are you expecting?
Now, the maximum penalty, I was told, is 7 years. But then 7 years obviously sounds too much, right? For rioting charge, previously a young activist of ours was sentenced to 6 years. So I'm expecting at least half, just half of that number. But then for, I don't know, I mean, 1, 2 years, maybe less. I just don't know, because the whole thing is so political. I mean, obviously, we all knew that if you break the law for political purposes, you're not going to use that as a mitigating factor. But then we are talking about civil disobedience, and it's passive and it's peaceful, and I hope the sentencing will be light, ultimately.